Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Hope life's treating you good. Hopefully Crohn's is not kicking your butt. I thought today we could talk a little bit about certain judgments and certain assumptions that we get as people with a chronic illness, and how we deal with it, what to say in those situations, stuff like that. For me, it has been a very hard journey accepting that I'm sick, accepting that my body is not physically capable of doing what somebody with a healthy body could do. Many years, many hospital visits, because I'm the type of person I don't like to give in. I will keep pushing myself and keep pushing myself until my body makes me stop. So for me to, for example, call out of work sick, I will be doing very, very, very badly before I'll call out. And then, of course, I have the guilt that is eating me up because I don't like to call out sick. I don't like to not be reliable, you know. There are certain assumptions that we get as someone who has a chronic illness, and it's something, you know, that we can't control all the time. We don't know how we're going to feel one day. One day we can be perfectly fine and we have all the energy in the world and we're able to go to work, able to work out, you know, do things with the kids, all this daily life stuff. And then the next day we can be completely run down and not able to get out of bed and just tired and in pain. So it's always, you always get those people who see, okay, well, yesterday you were able to do this, that, or the other, and today all of a sudden you're too ill to do that. People don't understand that we have no control over, you know, how our illness is going to impact us from day to day. We can help manage it, we can help manage the symptoms, but it can be unpredictable a lot of the times. So when you hear things like, but you don't look sick, okay, I understand that. My illness is not on the outside. My illness is on the inside. My insides tell a completely different story than my outsides do. So yes, I don't look sick physically. If I do start to look sick physically, it's really, really bad. So, and then you hear things like, oh, you're just lazy, or oh, you just want attention. You should try eating this. You should exercise more. You just need to get out of the house. All of these, I think, well-meant pieces of advice can be frustrating to listen to, especially after so many years of listening to it. I personally, depending on what it is or who it's coming from, I thank them and then I move on. Especially when people tell me, oh, my friend had Crohn's and they ate this and they're cured now. Okay, thanks. I'll give that a try. People deal with these kind of statements or advice or criticisms in different ways. In the beginning, it used to really, really bother me. I would get so upset and so worked up, especially when I was being called lazy, or, you know, I was looking for sympathy. I was just trying to make people feel sorry for me. And I'm not that kind of person. I don't give a shit, excuse me, what you think about me. It doesn't concern me. But in that aspect, because I've always been an extremely hard worker, I've always worked and given all that I could in my job, in my life, whatever. And now to be so limited and things come up and things happen to where I can't make it into work, it's something that still bothers me. But I've learned that, okay, if I can't go, that's just what my body needs. I've now, after years and years, accepted the fact that when my body tells me to rest, I'm gonna rest. Because the alternative is I don't, and then I push myself too far and I wind up in the hospital. And then I'm out even longer than just a day or two. Like I've said previously, people who don't have a chronic illness will never fully understand the toll that it takes on your body and your life. I hate making promises to my kids that we're gonna go do something or whatever, because I never know if when that day comes, okay, am I gonna feel well enough to do it? So on the days where I am feeling good and I have the energy, I pour it into the family time, and we go and we do stuff and we do as much as we can, because I never know. And when people try and give you this advice, they don't understand and realize that every person's different. Every Crohn's patient is different. We all react differently to different things. And it's not easy to figure out what your triggers are and what can send you into a flare. It's stuff that you learn over time. Sorry if you're hearing the planes. I live right next to an Air Force base, so it can get kind of loud. So yeah, if you feel like me in the beginning, like I said, now not so much. It doesn't bother me so much anymore. It's kind of, I ignore most of it. But if you're like me and it can get to you, the advice and all of the, I don't open up to a lot of people. Because again, you kind of run into that, okay, she's just looking for sympathy. She just wants, you to feel sorry for her, etc., etc. And it's sad. We should be able to talk about these things to spread awareness, to, let people know. For me, this is a part of my life every day. And I used to feel ashamed. I used to feel, I didn't understand why. I felt like some days I was a failure as a mother. As a wife, I felt like I couldn't keep up with the demands of me in the workplace. And I used to let that really get to me and stress me out. And stress can factor into making your Crohn's worse. And it took me a long time. And I've talked to my doctors and therapists, and just to get to the point to where accepting that this is my life. It doesn't have to control my whole life, but it is a part of my life, and I have to learn now how to deal with that. I'm not the same person I was before Crohn's. So navigating that and figuring all that out, it took a little bit. It can be tough to deal with people's assumptions and judgments of you. My advice is try not to let it get to you, because in the end, you know your body best. You know what's best for you. And that's all that matters. I would love to know what some judgments or assumptions are that you've dealt with. This is your journey. This is your body. Don't listen to advice you don't feel good about listening to. If you ever have concerns or questions, talk to your doctors, and figure out the best way for you to live your life comfortably. And you need to make sure that you're staying as healthy as you can. And you have to go at your own pace sometimes. These are the cards we were dealt, and now we have to navigate our way through this new life and figure out the best way to go about dealing with this. Don't let anyone make you feel bad that you have to take a day off if that's what's needed for your body to rest and recover. Then that's the way it is. Let me know below some of the crazy judgments, assumptions, anything like that you've experienced. I hope that you have come to a point where these kinds of things don't bother you, but I know that can be very, very tough. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. What's best for your body, what's best for your family. That's all that matters in the end. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because I know that anyone with a chronic illness typically can deal with these kinds of situations, and I just wanted to touch on it and let you know, yeah, you're not alone. We all deal with it. We all go through it. I hope you don't let it get to you too hard, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.